There are several high-value targets located northwest of our position at a manufacturing plant known as Friedland. Our assaulting force is going to advance down this hillside and through these trees. They will be supported by multiple weapon systems, artillery barrages, artillery illumination, and artillery smoke, as well as multiple rocket launch systems. We are attempting to shock the defensive force that's in this area and drive them out of their positions. However, unfortunately, we do need to traverse this terrain right here, which is going to be quite difficult initially. We also need to secure a more direct route in order to reinforce our assaulting force. So we have a small little contingent of mechanized units, anti-tank Jaegers, and a secondary artillery unit, as well as a mechanized Marauder 2. They are going to advance towards Swamp West, secure this objective, and that's going to secure this line of assault all the way up into Friedland. We're attempting to accomplish the mission very hastily, considering the amount of weapon systems and artillery we have. So without further ado, let's dive right into this. Hit the space bar. Our troops look to be mounting up here. We're going to issue orders. Our troops are taking a defensive position in this tree line. Initially, we're going to drop an illumination barrage down here for our Swamp West assault. That's going to drop. We're also going to advance our tanks, our Leos, our Leopards through this tree line. Our engineers are going to follow suit. We're going to grab our other Leopards, advance through the tree line, and then our mechanized units are going to be the main assault, followed by our Jaegers, which are going to be the defensive line, and that anti-tank system is going to do a lot of work for us once we get into position. Alright, we haven't identified any units over here at Swamp West yet. Our anti-tank continue to move up. We're going to dismount our highly trained infantry units, and we're going to advance along this axis right here. We're going to do a fast move. I find this to be best. There's lots of tree lines, lots of cover, but unfortunately we do need to secure that position at Swamp West. And if we click on these units, we do see that there is some visibility in this area, and we do have an artillery system that's going to provide us with some support. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to begin softening this target, Friedland, with our multiple rocket launch system. We've identified our first hostile right there. ATGMs are on the way, already destroying what looks like a weakened unit. Once we secure Swamp West, we will move in. We're going to call an artillery barrage on this position. These two units are also going. This unit currently has no fire support. We're going to put lots of artillery on that position. We want to drive those BTRs out of that position almost instantly. Our rocket systems continue to hammer Friedland while we look for any hostile forces. There we go. We have our first contact. What looks to be a high-value target, a Grad. Easily going to be destroyed within this initial engagement by all our BTRs and anything like that. As you can see, lots of artillery falling on our units. We're going to continue this advance. And as you can see, we're going to attempt to smoke this. That's not really going to cause any sort of thing, but we're going to adjust our advance because we do not want to be under fire. We're going to go check on Swamp West. Unfortunate, those units over there are on the move, so let's grab Swamp West up here in the lower right. Artillery continues to fall in this position, and that unit is now vacated this position. So what we've done initially right there is we finally opened up our reinforcements. All we can really call is our rocket systems. Once these units move forward, we're going to drop an illumination on this area. We're going to try and get as much of the area involved as possible. This is going to fall in the next 8 seconds. We're going to drop our engineers now. We're going to see if we have any supporting forces. Then we have one more high-value target to destroy. I'm going to continue this assault. All right, our units are currently moving in to secure that position, and we may advance along this axis to secure Swamp as well to get those operational authority points. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to spread our assault out, move forward. Tank's going to go first. Our units are dismounted, so they are going to. We do have a small little attack right here. Looks like we've identified a hostile force. This wasn't eliminated, so let's bring these units down here. I don't want them existing, and I don't want them targeting our artillery. We're going to move our mobile artillery up to that tree line. All right, we're going to pause right here. We're going to hit the space bar. What we have here is someone hitting us on our flanks. We're going to hit the 1 key. We're going to hit T. We're going to hammer whatever position's going on down here with our multiple rocket launch systems. These units are going to adjust and face to engage that tank threat. Our tanks are going to adjust as well. All of our flanks are exposed, and we're all just going to adjust right now. All right, that was a solid hit on that target. Look to be another tank system right here that we need to eliminate. All right, lots of contact is unfolding right here. BTRs at the front. These engineers should be able to engage them with their incendiary rockets. This ATGM team should easily destroy that unit. This mechanized force needs to adjust its position. It's under a lot of artillery fire, which is endlessly getting artillery. All right, we're going to smoke this unit out. We're going to go right there. We're going to check the status of this unit over here. Everything's slowly moving. We're going to retreat that rocket system. We're going to pull it back in. All right, our mechanized units can currently engage in these units. BTR has been eliminated. That anti-tank system is quite weak when it's too far ahead. Infantry system's going to continue to move forward. We're going to continue to secure Friedland for the objective points. We lost a building. What just happened? All right, it looks like the units are making a move towards that area. Don't really know why. We're going to attempt to intervene. Call an artillery barrage. Don't really know where they're at. Don't really have a lot of forces to support two fronts, so I don't really like how they randomly intervened right there. We're going to call an illumination in right here. Get that illumination up. We're going to secure Friedland, and then we're going to attempt to identify our last high-value target. Hopefully they're not in this tree line. That's not going to be fun to hunt them down. We're going to pull back this unit right here. They're looking a bit weak. And we're going to move our tanks up to the outskirts of this village. And we're going to prepare either for an assault on... we have another attack breaking out. That unit can easily destroy that tank right there. Alright, let's pause real quick. This unit's moving way too fast. We're just going to retreat. Alright, large systems at play right here. This unit's just going to be destroyed. We're just going to call another one in.
Zone captured.
We're going to get our rocket system in play. Smoke's going to come in. We're immediately just going to hit T. And we're just going to hammer that position. ATGMs are going to hammer it. Everyone just engage. Outstanding recon system, BTRs. We're going to smoke one more time. Just try and stall that advance right there. We've identified the last target. This unit's way too close. What is this tank system doing? Engaging point blank. We're going to bring our other Leopards up into position. Grab our engineers. Hammer that BTR. That unit's under a lot of... We've identified the last high-value target right there. We're going to illuminate one more time. All right. Everyone's slowly moving into position. We're going to get this next mechanized unit into play. We're going to remember, we need to... This is why we open up this lane right here. This unit continues to engage these units. Not quite sure why we're advancing so close to this recon unit, but we're going to engage them. I guess that maybe that smoke was a double... Alright, once we engage that last high-value target, we should be good. We're going to obscure that flank with that smoke right there.
Objective completed.
Alright, objectives complete. Now we're going to work on securing a bunch of positions. There are no more high-value targets. We're going to move up and just secure everything that we can and get as many victory points as we can throughout this conflict. We're going to follow up. Lots of nonsense going on right here. Not exactly sure what's going on. Alright, let's move that unit to the left. We'll reinforce that position. Alright, these two units are going to move into position. This unit's going to move to secure this one right here. We're going to hit 1. T. Trying to get my rocket system to function. It's like... I guess that 1 doesn't save when you retreat it. Kind of strange. We're going to hammer that position. Our front line up here is a bit weak, which is unfortunate. Next thing we're going to get on deck is this tank. I forgot we retreated one of our tanks. Let's get them in Swamp West, or at least let them get into position to begin assaulting. Looks like we have a defensive position, barbed wire right here behind this tree line. I did not know that Swamp was going to be so obstructed like that. Interesting to note. Our rocket systems are doing a lot of work suppressing whatever's going on right there. Little precursor to this attack that we're about to launch. Moving forward. Alright. Moving to resecure this objective. We're going to retreat this unit right here. We're going to begin getting into position for this next assault. And we're just going to squeeze these two objectives right here. We're going to see what we can pull in. We do have artillery on standby. Let's get a mobile artillery unit into position. And we'll go from there. Alright, units currently arraying for this defensive force. Engineers lagging a bit behind. Friedland's been captured. That's why. Why are we playing this back cap game? Alright, we're moving back to Friedland to resecure that objective. Kind of strange. Alright, I guess what we're going to do is form an assaulting force to go through Swamp and Swamp South. We do have a little bit of that. We're just going to hit artillery barrage whatever nonsense is going on in this area. Looks like a little force. Alright, I want this unit to stop. I just want everyone to form up. We're going to hit 1, see if we can do. We're going to hit pause because that's a massive assaulting force for some reason. Move it into position. We're going to grab our launch system. We're going to hit T. I assigned that a while ago. Hit control 1, reassign it, hit space. Drop some artillery into position. Get another mobile artillery unit into position. These 2 units are going to advance into swamp. We're going to try and get rid of these 2 units right here. Lots of heavy artillery. We're going to drop smoke right now. Looks like they've called in their own artillery. What is that right there? I didn't realize this was going to be an absolute bloodbath right here.
Zone captured.
Alright, we're going to get our engineers into position. They should easily eliminate that anti-air that's pushing in our position. We're going to advance on whatever this was. I wish I could mark it. That's kind of weird. More artillery fallen. Endless artillery in this game. Alright, we're going to resecure Friedland, and then we're going to launch R&D warehouses. Tanks too far ahead. VTR getting completely ignored right here. See if we can smoke this and see if we can conceal that. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. We're going to immediately retreat that unit. This artillery unit's going to provide fire support onto this BMP-1. We're going to hit T, and we're just going to shut this unit down right here. Don't really like where that unit's at, but hopefully... where's he shooting ATGMs at? Yep, we're just going to continue hammering everyone. Get all this artillery working. Get everyone online. Rockets going out. Weird. I don't like the amount of supply I have. I had way more than that. I had like 500. So honestly, I want to get rid of this unit. I don't know what it is. It looks like long-range artillery, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Alright. We're going to pull that unit back, and we're just going to pause because there is a massive, massive front line. We're going to build a defensive line right here. I don't like what's forming right there, especially at Swamp. It looks like there's a lot of units just sitting in position. So what we're going to do is we're going to hunker down a little bit. We're going to hit X to remount this unit. I just don't really like what's going on right now. I'm going to pull that unit back. Whatever. Let's just go hunt this unit. Let's do some hunter-killer tactics, right, guys? Eliminate whatever's over there. This 2 fronts isn't really a viable tactic, especially with the amount of units I saw at Swamp. It's definitely very reinforced right now. We're going to drop an artillery barrage, I believe. We're going to shut that unit down. Don't know what it is, but we're going to shut it down. Looks like it's an artillery unit. That's a good little target for us to secure. Alright, just what we thought. Small. Why is this guy still alive? X. Hit the X to dismount, hit escape. I don't want to reverse. Continue. Engage that unit right there. See what we can target with this rocket system. Let's hit them right there. These tanks need to get out of here. I don't want to lose that veterancy. These engineers can move up to this position. That's artillery barrage. Immediately shut that unit down. We're going to watch rockets fall on whatever this unidentified unit is. Looks to be a BMP, BTR. What is it? No problem right there. Artillery is still falling. Moving to engage. We're just going to obscure view. Smoke. That should be in 2 seconds. That is a massive defensive force. Smoke's going to obscure. Looks like it's an anti... Why they would have so much. Alright, I want to mount this unit right here. And I want him to move fast to this position right there. Do we have any defensive forces we can pull in? I want you to move faster right here. And I want to get our Leopards back online. Move faster right there. You're useless now. You're useless now. Lots and lots of defensive forces right there. That's kind of wild. So it looks like they're ferrying troops from that position. We're going to retreat. We're going to pull back. We're going to reinforce Friedland. Our troops are moving up, which is perfectly fine. We're just going to bound from several areas. Right. We're going to hit that unit for fun. Artillery is coming online. We're going to hit that unit in the distance. All right, all those units are moving. Artillery's fallen over here on this back line at R&D warehouses. Should shut them down, at least slow some of their R&D down. Lars ammo is low, which is expected. We're going to get our artillery up into position. We're basically reinforce. We're going to hammer whatever's going on right there. See what we can get in online. Get our anti-tank back up. They're recapturing Friedland, which is super obnoxious. We're going to re-illuminate that position and we're going to move to assault it again. And this is why we wanted this direct route, but I didn't think they were going to reinforce Swamp so much. And the second, every time we back off Friedland, they immediately move for the recap, which is kind of obnoxious. It don't matter. I need everyone to just move fast. You need to retreat. You need to move fast. We're going to get you back into position. What's our current radius for these targets? They're all pretty much up and running. ATGM's moving. And this is like just the ferrying of the troops, right? The march of the zombies.
5 minutes remaining.
We'll easily reassemble that. Recap everything. We have a lot more experienced forces. Our Lars 2 retreated. We should have that artillery back online momentarily. I know, I just don't want to like, if this isn't technically our victory point, I just want to secure and we'll just advance south along the swamp from the rear. If we can get everyone into position, which everyone's just taking an obnoxious amount of time to get into position, especially with that move fast order. All right. Recon vehicle, engage. Should easily shut that down. Can't see them, but we're going to just fire artillery back. Looks like we do have a front forming. I don't immediately want to lose this unit. I want to pull him back. We got absolutely shredded. By what was that? Dude just got destroyed by recon units. What is this? Like, all of that should instantly be shut down right now. Alright. What is happening right here? Like the biggest counterattack I think I've seen. Can you guys eliminate that AA that's just looking right at you? Dude's just gonna eat bullets. Alright, now let's move this assault forward. Kind of obnoxious. Move that assault forward. Move these mortars forward. Charge to this artillery fire. Hopefully it's not friendly fire. See if we have anyone online we can get to. We're going to illuminate this last position. I thought it was supposed to end when you secure this last objective, so I'm not quite sure why we had to sit here for another 10 minutes. Dude, you lost. Stop. Do we still have that Lars up and running? Like, right, this is also like one of the things, is like the most obnoxious part of this situation. Sometimes it's just endless troop ferrying on like main assaults, right? So we like overextended our supply lines. Like if we like refresh like some of the mistakes we made, we overextended on this assault. But also, I mean, we eliminated a large portion of their force. So when push comes to shove, right, there's just an endless supply of troops, and these engineers are just being engaged. We're just going to retreat them by artillery. Cool. Good to know. That's why we really wanted a more direct line through swamp, but we have to keep fighting over Ferdinand for some reason. They keep ferrying troops in from their deployment point, capturing Ferdinand, and every time we try and move on to swamp, we're stuck in the middle. So I guess we could have moved more like linear up swamp instead of taking this right flank if we're really doing like an after action, thinking of how we could have done things more correct or more incorrect. Obviously we did several things incorrect. So we're going to try and, this next attack, we're going to try and move units. Dismount these units. Artillery going to dismount. And we're just maybe hope to secure that position right there if we can. We're attacking on 3 flanks, right? From like this flank right here, this flank right here. We're going to drop artillery as well. So we're going to grab this unit, hit T, and we're just going to, that's what we thought. Move to engage. I think it'll take more than 1 minute to drive that one BTR out. Right. See if we can adjust forces right there. I don't think this BTR unit's going to prove to be useful at all. There's that one little artillery unit. We're going to re-illuminate things. Still holding Friedland. So glad we could fight over that for like 30 minutes. We just counterattack. Good little tug of war. Hill 68 was a good objective. We're returning some artillery fire into that position. And that should be the end of this mission. There's our after action report. Overall, good game.